Hey everyone, hope you guys are all having a good day. I am here with part 2 of Ticket to Create. I will put you up on my camera mount in a couple of minutes. I'm just waiting to see if we can connect with a special guest to craft with us today. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I will let you know as soon as she gets here. So you can just look at the basket of pretties in front of me, I guess you could call it. For those of you that do Valentine's Day, I guess it's pretty. So yeah. If you are new to following me and watching any of my videos, you can find my replays on my YouTube channel. It is at Timeless Scraps on YouTube. And the kits that I'm going to be using today are also in my shop. The one is the Ticket to Create, and the other one is Once Upon a Quirk. So I'm going to see, I've got Robin here, and I'm going to see if I can add her to craft with us. And it's telling me that Robin is here. I can see her text, but I cannot invite you. You're not showing up on my viewers list. I can see your comments. I can see all of that kind of stuff. In the meantime, I'm going to see if I can go on and find myself on my Chromebook so I can view comments and stuff. And I've got that here. So yeah, I can see you, Robin, but I can't add you. I don't know. That's kind of very Facebookish now, isn't it? I would think that Facebook would just kind of be that way. Do you have an option anywhere on your screen, Robin, to add me? To add yourself to, like, invite yourself to the video? Hopefully? Maybe? I see Lori. Hi, Lori. I see Lori's here, but I don't see Robin. And I have the option to bring Lori on, but I don't have the option to bring you on, Robin. So I'm going to have to say that it's a wash that we can't do the video like that. And I gave up on StreamYard, and Laura, you're not late. We just literally started. So I gave up on StreamYard. I paid the subscription for a month and couldn't get it to work on any of my social pages at all, except for YouTube. So I'm like, no, I'm done with that too. So I'm just going to keep winging it with what I'm doing here. So I'm going to put you up on my mount. And we will get started. Robin, you can craft along with me and share what you're making in the comments if you want. I think Facebook sometimes exists to do nothing but annoy us. My new setup is taking me a little bit to get figured out where I'm all set up at and all that kind of stuff. So I think I'm in screen. I have to remember to stay on this side. And yeah, hopefully we'll be good. So I see last week, just to recap, last week we were working with tickets as well, and we did, I'll show you what we came up with last week. This was a challenge tag that I had done for Bianca's Creative Corner over in Rockin' Robin's Creative Corner. Bianca's Inspiration Room Challenge in Rockin' Robin's Creative Corner. Wow, that was a mouthful to say. So her challenge last week was red and silver. And so that was the tag for that challenge. And so last week we used tickets, and I made some little journaling spots like this. This one's a little tiny tuck spot. So I made journaling spots out of tags, and I made some tags and some belly bands and tuck spots and all that kind of stuff last week. So this week I'm going to continue the theme with the tickets because I have an abundance of them. And we're going to make page tabs using them. So I went ahead and prepped some tickets. Hey, Melanie. Oh, thanks for your permission, Melanie. I'm going to start anyway. Hey, Donna. But I'm glad you're here. Hey, Julie. So yeah, I went ahead and prepped some tickets last week. I have some shadows that I'm not happy with today, but I can't do much about it. So I have tags from last week that I just put some napkins on that I found in my shopping last week. And we are going to take these and turn them into page tabs to go on the edge of a page. So these ones are already prepped, and I didn't think to grab my highlights and all that kind of stuff, so we may have to do that part after. But we'll have to see. So I have tickets, and these ones are embellished with napkins on them already. And I do have some of the pages from my Once Upon a Cork kit. And yeah, so these ones are pretty simple. This one is just going to be literally a page, a tab to put on a page. That was really difficult for me to speak and say that word for some strange reason. But I mean, I'm just strange. So this one would, there's your page, and this would just go and attach it to your page like this, sticking out. You can have dangles on it and all that kind of stuff. I will attach a dangle to this one and show you how simple it can be. I'll attach a dangle to it, but I can't put on, well, maybe I can, no, I can reach them. Like I said, I've rearranged a bunch of stuff on my desk and stuff as I moved my studio. So I'm just going to take this one simply the way it is. Turn it so it's the right side up, not upside down. I'm going to punch a hole in it. I'm going to grab my eyelets that should be out of my way. Should be right here. And they are. And I'm going to add an eyelet. And set this eyelet. And I did it upside down again. I do that all the time. So there, I set my eyelet into the page, into the thing, and I'm going to attach a jump ring if I can open them. Hey Tammy! Yeah, the napkins I used decoupage to it. I actually didn't use decoupage for these ones, Tammy. When I did these ones, I used a glue stick. So they're more like a fabric texture and less of a plasticky kind of texture. You can attach them any way you'd like to. I've done them with Mod Podge. I've done them with fusible web, like fusible interfacing, that kind of stuff. So if I knew what I was doing today, it would be really helpful. So I'm going to attach a charm to, I have a key right here, which is a perfect Valentine's Day symbol, isn't it? Probably should have used a silver eyelet, but hey, we are where we are. And never said that I was the most brilliant on the planet. So there you have it. I just got a little page tab with a key hanging off of it, and you would just literally take this one and put it on your page. Just like that. So it would look like that on the other side. Hope you guys can see. I have to yell at me if I am not in screen. When I move over, I should be better. So there is what it looks like attached to the page. Just like that. And then yeah, I would just glue that on. So there's one done. Great way to use up two tickets really quick. You could do the same separate ones. You could fold them in half and make them into a smaller one as well, if you wanted to. So this one you could use as a topper on a tag. There's a tag. So instead of using ribbons and all that kind of stuff on the top of your tag, you could just take it. Well, maybe not this one because it's upside down. But you could, that way. This one would not be upside down. Yes, no. Will it? No, this one was not upside down. Oh my goodness. So these are just some really, really simple ways to make a couple of tickets into a page tab. So this one you could use on the top, just like that, as the topper for a tag. So there's those ideas. And these ones you could do the same thing and make them bigger tabs for a page. But these ones I'm going to do some embellishing on the bigger ones and make an actual bigger, wider one that I might actually put on my page that would kind of go like that. So I'm going to embellish this one a little more. This one's I'm going to make it the sideways tab. And I'm going to find all my goodies to embellish it with. I like putting charms on most of my tabs. You don't have to if you didn't want to, but you could put a tab on all of them. So these ones are going to be more kind of I think Louise Heinzel did tags that they were quite ornate and quite large. And my scissors have disappeared from my desk. They're on my kitchen table, which is way in the other room, so I'm not going to get it. It is what it is. And I don't know if I like that pink because you can't see it. So let's try using a piece of a doily instead. The doilies are a little delicate, so this, when I'm done this one, I probably would Mod Podge the... Yes, Lori, I took the tickets and covered them with a napkin and used a glue stick to attach the napkin to it. So this one, I would probably go over with a little bit of Mod Podge after to strengthen up the doily on the side, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and glue it on. So yeah, these ones I literally just used a glue stick, made sure I had glue coverage on all of the ticket before I attached the napkin. And it makes it feel more like a fabric texture instead of it being more of a plasticky that kind of feel that the Mod Podge gives you. So this one I can leave plain on one side and leave it fancy on the other side. I can dress up both sides of it. It's completely up to the way you want to do it. I have lots of little bits and pieces in front of me here from the oh boy, the Ticket to Love kit that I will use some of the pieces from this, and I also have some florals from another kit with me as well. I'd like ink on everything. Like I said, I moved some stuff around on my desk and now I don't know where anything is. Even simple things like my daubers I can't find. Oh boy. So excuse the arms. The dinging bell that you were hearing, Donna, was a notification on my phone. So I apologize for that. I forgot to turn the notifications off on my phone before I hit record, before I hit live on my video. So unfortunately, it's too late for me to go back and change that. I think there was a mailman or somebody in my front yard and it was my camera going off. Lori, I love that you're learning. If we don't learn something new every day, we kind of are missing out on a whole lot of stuff, right? I like to say that we should learn something new every day, and I strive to do that. Not always successful, but we try. I've also used a saran wrap, like the plastic cling film that you would use in your kitchen to close a bowl or something. I've also used that to melted that between napkins and a piece of paper. So these ones are a little busier than what I normally would do, but there is nothing wrong with busier. And because it is Valentine's Day, it's kind of a little pinker and a little more in your face. Hey, Sarge. Well, Donna, you thought you were going crazy. I'm sorry, but the dinging was actually my camera, but I can't, I mean, you are part of our admin team, so I can't say that you aren't actually going crazy because you're just like the rest of us, right? So maybe you are kind of a little bit there already as it is. You kind of have to be to join in with us. So there is another one that I would use just to attach to, don't dump my oil all over my desk as I pick up the page. So there is another one that you could put as a tab on your page. The back one on this one, I'm going to leave it a little more plain. And again, yell at me if I'm not on camera. I can see the screen, but I don't always look. That's on me. So yeah, so there's that you can do. I will ink the edges of this one if I can hang on to it. And I think Donna learned pretty quick that you kind of have to not be all together there to work with us. Especially some other ones on our team. I mean, to be really honest, I mean, the worst one I get is probably going to be, I'll acknowledge it, it's me. But then again, Jules is right up there with me too, so. It's the best place to be. So far we have been in our video for maybe 10 minutes. I'm not sure what time it is. About 15 minutes, and we've made some little page tabs that we could use on the tag. We've made one with a dangle, and we've made a larger one. So I'm going to add these ones. I want to try and keep these videos under roughly around half an hour. But then again, back to the whole fitting in part of us. I may have said that I was probably one of the worst ones, and then Jules is right out there with me, but I kind of think that our fearless leader may be the worst one of the bunch. Maybe? We had to have gotten it from somewhere, right, Jules? We can't just say that it's just us all together. I mean, Robin might have something to do with it and some bubbles happening. So anyway, so yeah, I have these ones as well. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to fold this one in half completely, and I'm going to make a bigger tab that I can use wherever I wanted to use it. And this one, again, I'm going to use some of the bits and pieces that I have on my desk. I don't like the light pink ribbon. It doesn't quite work with, or see, you can't even see it on what I have in front of me. Oh, that was kind of cute. So what if we added a piece of this, added a piece of this on the side, because this is going to kind of go this way, I think. Add it across the bottom. I'm going to quickly, I'll be right back with you. I'm just going to sew this piece on here really quick. I don't have to go anywhere because my sewing machine is right here. Right, Jules? So, I mean, it is, yeah. Robin doesn't say bad words like some of us. She is a little more tactful when there's other people around. And I don't know what you mean by bad words. I don't say any bad words. I'm as good, no, I don't say bad words. Nope, nope, nope. I won't take claim to that one. Oh, wait. Wouldn't be me if I didn't take claim to that one, right? So I just sewed that piece of ribbon onto my little tag, and I can turn this into a little tuck spot too if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take a piece and I'm going to add in a backing that I can put a word on. Or am I going to use just a word? I think I'm just going to use a word. Just like that. And then maybe add some hearts that'll come down off of it. Yep, that's what we're going to go with it. These ones are really, really simple. Sarge tries really hard not to say bad words, but I kind of might be a bad influence on people. I don't know. I didn't just claim that, did I? Oh, yes, I did. But it's all in fun. Unless I'm extremely annoyed with something, and then it might not be the nicest string of words. I'm pretty sure that Hank put the XOXO on the right direction, not upside down, right? I'm pretty sure Sarge said some not so nice words last night when he couldn't get Facebook Live to work. I mean, that happens to all of us. Robin and I were gonna... Oh no, you could hear the sewing machine? I didn't think the camera would pick it up the last time. It didn't. Oh well. So this one I'm going to decorate both sides of it because this one is kind of going to go around the page too. And when you're doing these and you're going to attach it to the page, don't worry about this back side of it looking funky because you're not going to see it because it's going to be attached to your page anyway. So there is one side done. Now let's see what we can do on the other side. Oh, some ruffle, but I don't know that it's, I think it's too Susie. And I can't get the picture out of my container. Oh boy. Oh, and I would say he's kind of cute too. So we are going to use this on the one side. I mean, in here, I could probably put another one of these pictures. We're going to put him on the back side. He is somebody's sweetheart. So we're going to add him in the edges on it. The long handle on my dauber, Lori, is a spindle from an old spinning wheel. And this one was gifted to me quite a while ago. And I tend to lose things on my desk often. And so it supposedly makes it easier for me to find it. Doesn't necessarily always work, but it's easier to find this on my desk, oops, than it is to find that. But being realistic, I will lose it anyway. Doesn't matter. I mean, we all lose everything eventually, right? So I don't like that on there. He's going to go here, and we need something in front of him. No, not a tuck spot. Sometimes you just don't know, right? But I kind of like him on the other side of that. So he's going to go on here. And then we are going to put maybe just as, actually that's what we'll do. A simple word with some cheesecloth that I could not find and just found. Sorry, today I don't have butterflies on my desk. I do have butterflies on my desk, but I don't think I'm going to be using them today. They're the butterflies that I did as the free giveaway over in your group to go with the Ticket to Love set digital kit. So I'm going to put the cheesecloth on top of him. So some glue. Put him on. I guess I should have inked this first, but I did not. That's okay. We can ink after. He's going to go there. This is going to kind of go bunched up underneath here with the I have to refigure out my camera again because this isn't working out so well for me. Yes, Sarge, you should be good. You should be good when Susie isn't there, so we don't have to report back to her about how bad you're being. Because, I mean, I wouldn't do that, would I? Maybe? I don't know. So, yeah, so we're going to go with that. Where is my fabric? I think my camera's okay. I think it's just the way my light is hanging. I might have to lower it a little bit. And when I'm working with cheesecloth, it's really willy-nilly and not all perfect and neat, and it's supposed to be a little messy, right? And I'm going to put together a journal. I think it's going to be one of the scrappy paper bag journals to put all of these pieces that we're making into. Or I may start using them as Happy Mail, one of the two. They maybe go out in Happy Mail. So there is another page tab. And I'm going to use this because it's right here. So it would look like this on the one side. You can attach it with a staple. You could glue it on. You could attach it any way you want it. So even sew it on. So there is that side. And there is that side with a cute little gentleman. I'm not a tattletale. Yes, I am. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Robin. I'm fired, am I? Good luck with that one. So yeah, so there you have that one. So there are some pretty quick, easy way to use up some of these tickets that we tend to sometimes have a major abundance of. This one I'm going to do, I did this one, the last one I did crossways, this one I'm going to do this way. I love the birds on this napkin. This was a napkin that I bought actually at our dollar store. It was really pretty. It had birds on it, and it's kind of hard to see the red birds on this one, but they're there. So there's that, and we will decorate this one as well. What do I have in here that's red? I have some red flowers in Sweetheart. I don't necessarily know that I want a whole lot on that part because I really like the birds. So maybe we will just put some lacy stuff at the top. Oh, here's a doily. Maybe we'll use a piece of a doily for there. Because I really like the little birds and I don't want to cover them up. And so sometimes simple is great too. Ink it a little bit. Because I think they're the ones I forgot to ink until after I was done. So we have that. We're going to do this here and maybe a little tiny. Do I have that are, no, we can use this. Oh, okay, that works. So we're going to do this one like that on that side. Some glue on the back of my doily. And I mean, this is designed to go into junk journals, so if they're messy and they get messed up even more than they already are, that is the whole nature of what we make, isn't it? So there is that part. Ink up my little stamp. I will be sending Happy Mail this week, but I have to wait for my stamps to get here because somebody went to do Happy Mail the other day and didn't realize that she had already run out of stamps and had to order them. And then there was a glitch on the post office website, so I had to contact them because I couldn't even order them. Because, yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense, right? And I put glue on the wrong part of the doily. There we go. So now put some glue here to hold this piece down. So there is that side that would go on your page. And this one, again, I probably would put a dangle in the corner of this one. So you'd have it that way on that side, and then let's see what we can do on this side. Maybe I will take out, maybe I won't, those are too big. I'm going to use this red heart. This is one of the pages that are free in Sarge's group right now. There was, I think I did 4 pages for him the other day, and they coordinate quite well with the Ticket to Love kit that's in the shop. And I don't think I'm going to make it through to using any of the Once Upon a Quirk today because we are almost at our half an hour, which I mean I can go over, but I'm going to finish using up the tickets that I already have that are Valentine's Day themed and do Once Upon a Quirk with something else. Or use them next week and not use Valentine's Day. Because so far we've used tickets to make belly bands, tuck spots, pockets, that kind of stuff. And we are now making page tabs with our abundance of tickets. And next week we are going to do something else. I'm not going to tell you yet what it is because I haven't quite decided. I've got a couple ideas. And that needs a big old piece of something behind it because it's too flat looking. Sometimes the tone on tone is good and sometimes the tone on tone makes it too hard to see anything. And no, I'm not going to say it again. I need to put acetone. Yes, I am. I need to put acetone in my Fabri-Tac. It's too thick. And I've set it for a boil now and still haven't done it. That's okay. Or quirky, little crooked, not quirky. A little crooked makes you a little quirky. I'm sewing on these ones. Like around the edges, you mean? I can probably do that on some of them, yes. This one, I have this big one and this piece left to do. So this big one I probably may sew around and do something completely different. But there is another set of 4 tickets turned into another tag. This one I probably will attach an eyelet in the corner. I'm going to do that now. This one I'm going to do silver because I have silver jump rings and I have silver dangles. So we'll do... You don't want to put a dangle where it opens, because if you put the dangle where it opens, of course, you won't be able to close it or put it on your page. So I'm going to put that in. Add my little eyelet. Now, debate question. When you're using your crocodile, do you put the extruded piece in the top or the bottom of your eyelet? I just flatten them to smithereens anyway, so I don't think it matters which way I do them because I mess them up all the time. So there is the eyelet. So Lori, that other big one that I have left that I haven't, is finished, I will sew around that one probably on the other side, and I will sew the other one and do something different with that one as well. I have lots and lots of keys in this. Oh, this one says made with love. So we will use that charm for this one. If you have lots of charms like I have, all of my, not all of them, but some of mine, I actually have a vintage sugar dish that my little pretty charms sit in and a place of honor on my desk. What do you use to store your stuff in? Thanks, Robin. Yeah, Donna, I've been saying it for a few weeks now that I need to do it and still haven't done it. I've used it before. It does actually work like a charm. So there is the dangle itself. I'm going to put it on my charm, and then I will open up the other jump ring and put it in the eyelet. And anybody who works with eyelets and jump rings and beads and all that kind of fun stuff, if you don't have a jeweler's ring, get one. Because sometimes these little tiny pieces are so tiny and so hard to use that even the pliers make it difficult. So get a jeweler's ring. And you just stick your eyelet in it, and it holds onto the other end of it for you without having to have the extra tool in your hand. That's what this piece is on my finger, if you didn't know what it was. So I don't even know where this one I got it from, but that sits on my desk with charms in it. So there is that charm on this one. There you have it. So there is another page tab. That literally goes like this, and I will put a picture of these after as well. So there you have it. 1, 2, 3, 4 different ideas for a page tab using tickets, using up all of our stash of tickets. Oh no, that's the beauty of the replay though. I have a candy dish too, Lori, that I use for other stuff, but this happened, I think that one, it could have been a sugar dish or it could have been a candy dish. Depends on, I guess, whose house you were in, right? I know my grandmother used to have jars of candy, like the big mason jars full of candies on her shelf. So there you have it. So thank you for joining me, everybody. I will post pictures of these shortly. And this one, Lori, I am going to, actually, I'm missing one. Hey, I missed, there it is. So there's that one. So this one, Lori, I will sew around this one after I'm done and get it all uploaded and stuff. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 simple little tickets in a half an hour. And I am done. And I didn't spill any glue though. I don't typically tend to spill the glue. I just tend to lose everything. You're the glue spiller, Robin. I am the lost fairy person because things just kind of vastly disappear on my desk. So I'm going to call it that and leave it with you guys, and I will see you back here Monday at 1 o'clock next week with another installment of tickets. Have a good one, everybody. Bye. Can't end the video.